What's up, guys? Okay, so the custom boot finally arrived after over 12 weeks, 14 weeks, 16 weeks, I'm not sure, but they did send me an email apologizing for the delay, and they sent it 3-day shipping, and they are here. I can't tell you how excited I am. I can tell you, all of you guys guessed, put in your thought. No one said this brand, and definitely not this boot. Let me see. I love this little part here. Let's see if we can get that. No one guessed that. So here we go. Going in. Can't tell you how excited I am. Cut this. Let's check these bad boys out. I've waited a long time. I don't even know how to get into this thing. Let's see. How do we get into here? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Yes, I'm not even gonna say any more words. Just gonna open these and check these out. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I went with charcoal, their charcoal, like a rough and tough on the vamp, and then I did the rough out on the, wow, this is, sorry. I did the smooth on the vamp, and I did the rough out on the shaft. And then, yeah, I just can't wait to try these on, man. Look at these. These are so cool. Let's see let me check out the other one. Wow. And then I did the back matching the smooth on the pull tabs. Wow. I'm very intrigued to see how this charcoal will age. We'll go into details when I do the close-up, but I'm just like, as you can tell, taking it all in and quite speechless. I just can't wait to put them on, to be honest with you, and see how they feel. But yeah, guys, the Wesco Morrison is here, and let's take a closer look. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I forgot to mention what I'm wearing, what I have on. I have on the Elk. This is the Rios of Mercedes Elk bottom. That's what I've been wearing today. I forgot to mention that. Sorry, I was so excited about seeing these. I forgot to mention what I was actually wearing. But yes, let's take a closer look at the Wesco Morrison boot. Okay, here's a close-up of the Wesco Morrison in the chocolate, and I'm going to run through the details of what I decided to do building this thing. I'm kind of glad that I didn't do what normally folks do is the rough out here and then the smooth here. I'm glad I did the opposite because I have something coming with a rough out here and a smooth here in a very similar color. So I'm glad I went this route. Now, this is going to be 100% controversial. I know it. So when I was looking to do a custom boot, I looked at Nick's, I looked at White's, and I looked at Wesco. And honestly, they all seem to kind of do the same thing. I know that's going to be controversial. I know in the comments people are going to be saying this, and that. Bring it on, bring it on. But they honestly seem to do kind of the same thing. Now, I didn't really see kind of like a roper or slip-on, a pull-on from anyone else except White's they do a drover, which I really like the drover. I thought that was a really nice looking boot. They do a plainsman, but the plainsman has a toe bug, and I don't do that. So I saw the Morrison, and I was like, yes, this is what I am looking to do. I know Wesco. I really love their engineers, but I have enough engineers. I wanted something just a little bit different. So this is how I came upon that, and I can tell you, I am absolutely over the moon. And now let's go through what I did. Oh, by the way, there's another one on the way. So while I was waiting for this one, I started making another one and ordered it. So it's very difficult, like, because the options to do a custom, since they have my measurements, you're like, okay, well, let's see what else we could do. So here we go. I did the charcoal on the vamp. I did the charcoal on the shaft, and did repeat of the smooth on the pull straps. Now this is this would be my tallest boot, so this is 14 inches. The shaft is, so this is I guess the tallest boot that I own. And then I have the 700 Vibram sole on there in the brown. And I left it natural here. I left it natural because I can always stain it. I do have the dye here, the edge finishing to change that if I want to. But I thought I'd keep it and then have the freedom to do that or not. And I went with the brown because I think charcoal looks really good with brown instead of going with black, because I can already see on the toe that it's starting to show some undertones of a little browning. So I made the right choice with that. Now, I did some light brown stitching to go with this brown sole, and then I did a khaki stitching on the outsole. Okay, and then they said there's just I did a random insert, but there's something in here. There's a book in here. Oh, it's an owner's manual. Cool. Okay, that's cool. And to show you, I guess they tell you how to the care for the boot. Perfect. All right, but let's see. There's an insert in here. Oh yes, I feel it. Just a random leather insert. Let's see if I can pull that out. There we go. Okay, so it's a brown leather insert. All right. So yeah, and this is, I can stick my hand in here, leather lined. Yes, let me actually pull that out so I can feel that. Yeah, leather lined, leather insole. Very, very nice. Oh, and also one thing, over time, this is gonna start to, get softer and start to kind of fold and get nice, and it's gonna crock from my denim. So, man, it's gonna be, this actually has a little bit of weight on it. So yeah, overall, just completely thrilled with, this was not cheap, so definitely a nice investment, and looking forward to how these break in, and I can't wait to put them on and try them. So I'm just going to do a quick close-up so you can see some of the details of that stitching that I said on there. So let's do that really quickly. All right, so you can see here the brown stitching that I did with that charcoal, and it just complements it so well. So I definitely made the right choice there. And then here on the outsole stitching here, and you can see here I did khaki on this part, which complements that. And then just that close above the Vibram, that Vibram sole there, and that heel, keeping it natural. Then I can always go back and darken it myself. I also did the charcoal up on the backstay here, going all the way up. Instead of going with the rough out, I wanted that to have that nice little consistency up there. And here's a look here of the Wesco stamped into the top of the shaft. So now we have the Wesco Morrison added to the collection. All right, let's do the on feet. Okay, so here is the Wesco Morrison on feet. Now, I must say that for a custom boot, there is quite a bit of heel slippage going on, and when I'm walking, for a custom boot, for it to be measured and to have my own last, there's quite a lot of heel slippage going on, much more than I expected, especially with having a full insert in there. So that is quite shocking. When I put these on and I walk, I feel a full heel slip. So I thought it would be slightly more snug because I know that the boots are going to, the leather's going to stretch. So that is interesting. Even I'm trying to think of the engineers I have by Red Wing. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've worn them. I guess with having that strap, maybe that holds it in, but I don't remember them having a lot of heel slip. Even like the Pecos, there's not that much heel slip. But I can't wait to see what the monitor looks like, to see how these look in daylight. And also, I'm so glad I went with the light brown and the brown sole, because looking down, you can see that as this wear, the charcoal is just going to get lighter and lighter. I am wearing some straight fit Gap Selvedge denim with a nice cuff, so you can see the boot. I would probably do the other Gap Selvedge that I have as well with that double cuff, just to show a little bit of that rough out. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I think these, here's a look at that sole there. Very pleased with these. Just a little concerned about that heel slip, but yeah, I feel that. But I think they look great, and they feel really good. They feel like if you own an engineer, they feel just like an engineer. That the way my heel is being kind of like sucked in, and on the instep of my foot, I feel that there's a pretty good like arch support as well that I feel on there. But the one thing definitely that I feel that there's not going to be that horrible break-in that you have with an engineer. You definitely won't have that. There's like, I think it's that strap that like pulls it and just kills the top of your foot. But I have to tell you, I am really digging these. And we'll see how it goes. I'll wear these for a little bit with that natural, and if I feel like I like it, and then I'll maybe just put that edge dressing on there and darken it. But right now, I'm just kind of like digging how it looks right like this. I'm just thinking, like, as I was walking out to do this on feet, I was thinking of like all the other boots that I have, and how I really need to put more of them up for sale, because with the boots that I buy and the quality of these boots, they'll never get to like their full on worn capacity, because I have so many and I put so many in rotation. But my first custom boot, I'm loving it, man. Really, really cool. I'm very pleased with the outcome. The 14 inch is something that I'm gonna have to get used to, especially like pulling over the denim on my boot. Pulling that over wasn't the easiest. I know, like, most people tuck in. You know, they usually tuck in their, when you're going that high, they tuck in their trousers, tuck in their jeans or whatever. But I didn't plan on, because they ask you if you're gonna tuck or not tuck your pants, and I said no, I'm not doing that. So, you know, they compensate, because you measure your calf, you measure your ankle, you measure all that, so when they're building your boot. So I definitely have to wear a straight leg, nothing kind of like tapered, nothing skinny leg is going to really fit over that shaft. But 100% pleased with this. The Wesco Morrison. All right, that is the Wesco Morrison in the charcoal, my first custom boot. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, be a boot. See you guys next time.